Good morning, it's Rebecca from Rebecca Inc. And today we are going to draw a squirrel using very simple shapes. For this video you will need a pencil, a marker, an eraser, and a piece of paper. To start with, you're going to grab your pencil. I am going to use, this is my little note how we're going to do it. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see what I'm up to better. I am pretty new to these live videos, so if you could leave me some comments below on if you can hear me, what I can do to make this easier for you to follow along. One of the things my mom told me yesterday was to slow down, so I'm going to slow down as I draw today, and hopefully you can follow along better. If I'm going too fast at any point, you can pause, catch up, and when you come back, I'll be right here. Okay, so let's start with the head of our squirrel. When I am drawing a circle, I like to get my whole arm moving. My wrist doesn't move, but from like my shoulder all the way down, just make a circular motion, and then I'm just going to gently touch my pen down to my paper. I'm going to go around and around and around, and in the end I'm going to end up with a really nice circular shape. Do not worry that you've gone around and around and around and you can see so many lines. At this point we are roughing in our squirrel, and then when we go back later with our marker we will erase all these things. So don't sweat the small stuff. Take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy. Okay, now we are going to do the nose of our squirrel, and we are going to create that using a triangle, just like this. See where they overlap there? This is going to end up being the nose of our squirrel. And on the end of that triangle, I'm going to draw a little line to create another triangle. That's going to be the cute little dark part at the end of the nose. Okay. Let's go up and do the ears of our squirrel. Their ears are pretty simple little oval shapes like that. So draw one ear and then go over, angle it down just a little bit, draw the other ear, and now you have the ears done. Let's do the eye. The eye is going to be another circular shape, just like that. Go round and round and round. Doesn't matter. In the long run, we'll erase the pencil and go, we'll go over it with ink, and then we'll erase the pencil, so you won't see all this stuff. From the top of your circle that you drew for your eye, we're going to do an arced line, just like that. Think of it like, let's see, what letter could I compare that to? The top of an N, maybe? Just a simple little curve like that. So we've done a circle for the head, a triangle for the nose or the snout, little triangle for the tip of the nose, one oval for an ear, another oval for an ear, a circle for the eye, and an arc. Okay, you are doing good. Now let's go on to, this would be the neck. We are going to do another circle, very similar in shape to and size to the head circle. This is going to be the neck of our squirrel. See these two gaps where these two circles intersect? We're going to draw a line right across that. That creates a triangle shape. Draw another line at the bottom. So you've drawn your circle for the neck, and then you've kind of connected it to the head with a triangle. See those triangular shapes there? All right. Now we are going to do the bulk of the body. We are going to do, kind of going down, there's one circle, two circles. We're going to do a third circle right here, and it's going to be just a little bit bigger than this circle. And it's okay if they overlap a little bit. See how my circle on the inside, I started small and I was like, it needs to go bigger. Move your arm a little bit bigger to create that third circle. Got that? All right, and again, we're going to connect those with a triangle. Just like that. All right, so you've got your little bit bigger circle. This would be like the hump in their back. All right, now we're going to go down and create a leg. This leg is going to be about the same size as that circle, and it's going to overlap just a little bit and live right about here. Okay, so get your arm going. You're doing good. If you need to pause me, and when you're ready, come back, and I'll be right here. Okay, so we've got our head, our neck, the hump in his back, and now we are onto his leg. See where these two shapes intersect? Draw a line and connect them. You've created a triangle there. So far we've used circles, ovals, and triangles. We're going to add a new shape. Let's do a rectangle. This will end up being his foot. This rectangle is going to live at the base of this circle. If you want to draw a little baseline so you know where to put it, you can do that. One long skinny rectangle overlapping that bottom circle. This is going to be his cute little foot. And then if you want to draw one, this is going to be on the other side of his body. Just right next to it, you're going to extend it out just a tiny bit from that other one. Just like that. At the ends of those rectangles, we're going to draw a little circle that overlaps them. This would be like their toes. Go ahead and draw that on both of those. I'm going to go over it again so you can catch up with me. We've done the head as a circle, the neck as a circle, the hump in the back as a circle, and then the legs, or like this would be like his hips. These are his little feet. So you've just added on two long, thin rectangles at the base of that last circle, and then two little circles at the ends of that to be the feet. All right, now let's go back up to that neck circle. See, right in between where we did these two triangles, we are going to draw an oval that is going to end up being our squirrel's shoulder. So it's going to be the width here that we've got here, because their arms are kind of thick at the top. So we're going to draw an oval that's going to be that width. And we're going to just go in a nice oval shape. Get your whole arm going. Take deep breaths if it's stressing you out or you feel like it's not perfect. Art isn't perfect, and that's what makes it perfect. It's perfectly imperfect. Okay, I'm going to make mine a little bit thicker. In the long run, we're going to pick our favorite line, and that's the line that we're going to trace. So you've just drawn from the shoulder down to the elbow. Now we're going to do another oval from the elbow. This time we're going elbow to forearm because the squirrel's arms, their shape kind of changes drastically. So we've got ovals for the elbow to shoulder to the elbow, and then elbow to the forearm. We're going to add on a little rectangle about that length. This is going to be like from here to here. So middle of his forearm down to his wrist. Then we're going to add in a circle. Okay? Now imagine you're drawing the other side of your squirrel's arm, and we're going to do another oval over here. This is his other arm. And then we're going to add in the rectangle just like we did on that front one. And we're going to add in the circle. Your back leg is going to be extended out just a little bit. That'll give you that distance so it'll look like he's three-dimensional. I have my squirrel holding an acorn. You can make yours hold whatever you want it to hold. Maybe it's holding a box. Maybe he's eating bacon. Whatever you want him to hold, that's what we're going to put in the hand. So for now, because it's a simple shape, we're going to do an acorn. So kind of overlapping your two hands, I'm going to draw a circle like that. This is going to be our acorn. He's a little bit smaller than the head of the squirrel, the acorn. Then I'm going to draw toward, let's see, 3/4 of the way through that acorn. I'm going to draw an oval like this, and it's going to stick out just a little bit. See how it's sticking out on the sides there? You see that? And then from there, I'm going to do a triangle right over top. You can decide. Do you want your triangle to be a little smaller? Do you want it to be long and skinny? What do you want it to be? This is going to be the tip of your acorn. And on the very tip of that, just for fun, I'm going to add a teeny tiny little circle. All right. So we've got the head, the neck, the body, the hips going down to the legs, the leg, or the foot. I guess this would be his foot. The foot and the little claws. We did the arms, all these in ovals, the couple rectangles thrown in there, and then our acorn. Let's add just an arc that is going to be connecting our belly back up toward the neck. So where we've got that triangle between the neck and the head, from the base of that triangle, let's draw one little arc that goes, let's have it go almost all the way down to his back foot there, just like that. You see that arc? See how I'm drawing that? I'm not using my whole arm with that. That one, I'm putting my wrist in one spot, and then I'm just arcing my hand down, just slightly bending my wrist. See how my wrist goes like that? That's going to give you that nice consistent shape. Okay, now the best part of a squirrel is his tail. The tail is going to come up like this, live a little bit on his back, and then curl around. So if you can draw an S or write the letter S, you can make a really cool squirrel tail. So let's make a line that comes from the base of that bottom circle, and it's just going to kind of curve out and then curve back in and then curve back out. Or if you want to, if you're more comfortable doing it this way, you could start some distance up from your squirrel and do a big letter S. See that? A nice big letter S. Okay, that is going to be really fun when we go to the tracing part. Let's go back to our eye for 1 second, and let's add in another circle on the inside for his pupil. See that? And I'm going to add in, I'm going to start at this arc here. I'm going to add in just some fun eyelashes. They're just going to go out from the curve, just like that. I'm going to give him 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at that. The sun is shining. I am thankful for the sun. Go ahead and leave me a comment about something you're thankful for. I think it's important to focus on some positive things right now. So right now, I'm thankful for that sunshine. It's coming right in my studio window. What are you thankful for? Leave that for me in the comments below. Okay, so you've done all your work with your pencil. Remember, I used a marker so that you could see what I'm doing. Now we're switching over to a marker. I'm using a Sharpie. You use whatever you have. Crayolas are good. Any kind of marker is good. It does not have to be black. I like to draw in black and white, so I have all black markers. At this point, we are going to be tracing over our favorite lines. Remember how we went around and around and around and around? At this point, you are going to pick your favorite line to trace over. We're going to go slow at first because some things are going to get tucked behind and some things are going to get moved to the front. So let's start with our squirrel's nose, and I'm going to trace up to the head. Then I'm going to go all the way around to this second ear. I'm not going to go around that one yet. I'm going to go all the way around to that second ear, just like that. Then I'm going to go back and add in that first ear. He's on the other side of his head. Then I'm going to go down to the bottom of this ear, and I'm not going to close that shape. I'm just going to draw what would be like an upside down U or an N. I'm not going to fill that all the way in. This is going to go just like that. Then I'm going to go to the back of the head and trace down. I'm using a little bit of that first circle, that connecting triangle. I'm going around a little bit of that second circle, which was the neck. Then I'm going to connect it with that triangle. I'm going to go around a little bit of that third circle, my goodness, and then down to that triangle. So let me slow down, make sure you're caught up with me. We've gone from the nose, up around the head, to the ear. We've gone a little bit of the way, 3/4 of the way around that second ear. Then we've come back up, a little bit around the circle, connecting triangle, a little bit of that second circle, connecting triangle, a little bit of that third circle. Let's go to the connecting triangle. Then on this leg, we are going to stop there. We're going to move over to this side. You know when you see a squirrel sitting and you can see like a little bit of his leg shadow there? We're going to go, this would be the center of that bottom circle. We're going to go over to the left of that, right where these circles meet, and go just slightly above that and come down and around and connect back up. This is going to be that little part of his leg that comes up. All right, moving on to the feet. We are going to follow that long, skinny rectangle around the foot, connecting back to that long, skinny rectangle, back to our leg. Let's go to that second leg. Or I guess it's his foot. I get it confused. All right. Top of that rectangle around that circle for his foot. All right, so can you start to see this coming together? It's going to be, I think, pretty darn cute. Okay, let's go up to his shoulder. We're going to be starting on this shoulder oval that we did. Look at that sunshine. Ah. All right, we're going to be starting right about here on that oval. It'll be his armpit. And we're going to draw down armpit to elbow. Follow that oval around to the middle of his forearm. Follow that rectangle up to his hand, and we're going to go all the way around that hand, back to that rectangle, back to his forearm, to his elbow, and a little bit heading up to his shoulder. We're going to stop right there. We may add on, take that higher in a minute, but for now I think we're going to stop right there. Let's go around our acorn, because our acorn is going to live in its hand, between its hands, so you're not going to see his back hand. So let's go around our acorn. We're going to go up to where we've got that acorn cap. We're going to trace around the circle first, stop at our hand, and then we're going to go around the other way, stop at our hand. Let's go up to the lid of that acorn. We are going to follow that curve on the bottom, and then we're just going to hop right into the triangle up to the top. See that? And I added in that little circle at the tippy top for fun. Okay, next arm. We're not going to see any of this stuff, so we're going to follow a little bit of that rectangle up to his forearm, and then go from his forearm headed back toward his elbow. Let's do the bottom part. See where I stop when things are overlapping? That's what I want you to do too. Now we're going to head back up to his face. We're going to draw right over that little triangle, one edge of that triangle, the neck, heading back up to the face. And we're going to hop onto that circle and then follow that up to the tip of the nose, just like that. For the nose, we're going to add in that little triangle at the end. And if you want, I'm going to throw on a smile. See that for our squirrel? He's got a little smile because he's happy. He's got his acorn. Life is good for him. All right, let's go back to the tummy. This connecting arc that we did, let's just draw from this arm down to this foot. Just like that. See how this is coming together? You're doing so good. All right, up to the eye. We're going to trace around the circle and stop when we get to our arc. Let's do our arc and add in our eyelashes just like that. Got pretty eyelashes. And then let's go to the inside and trace around that. That would be the pupil of the eye where they see from. Okay, now my favorite part is going to be this tail. Go ahead with your marker. Trace over your S shape. Then we are going to do something fun to give it that fluffy texture of a squirrel's tail. We are gonna, you can start at the bottom or the top or even in the middle, however you want to start. I think I'm going to start right here so that I can change the shape as I go around these curves. But it's a simple touch on that line and flick it out like that. Flick it, all different lengths, and you'll see as you go, as you flick, your marker goes thin and thick and thin and thick. See that? Don't overthink this. It is really just a simple touch and flick. If you need to say that out loud as you do it, do that. Touch and flick, all the way through. I think if I had a way to fast forward, I would do that, but I don't. So I may stop there just for the length of attentions and have you guys continue doing that on your own. Once you get one side done, you would do the same thing, touch and flick, on the other side, and you're just going to follow along that curve. You can change the directions so you get some nice overlaps, touching and flicking as you go. If you have some suggestions on some things that you would like to learn to draw, you can leave those for me in the comments, and I would certainly love to see what you've been drawing. You can also send me some pictures of those. If you want some other fun things to do, you can go on my website, Rebecca Ink, I-N-K, and download some coloring pages that you can do right from home. That could be something fun to do. All right, so see how that squirrel tail is going to come in? You're going to want to fill it in so that it's fairly close to your body of your squirrel. Their tails are super nice and fluffy and adorable. All right, moving up, touching and flicking. So I think you get the idea there. At this point, once you've got your tail all the way filled in, you'll put your marker away. Then you'll grab your eraser. It can be the end of a pencil eraser. It can be another eraser, just whatever you have at home. And you are going to erase all these inside lines, and you're going to be left with a really, really cute squirrel. If you want to add in some extra details, you can give him a couple little lines on his feet and on his hands for his claws. However you want to do it, it's up to you. This is your lovely little squirrel. I hope you enjoyed drawing with me today. We did lots of circles, a couple rectangles, and some tapping and flicking. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay positive. Think of the things that you're thankful for, and maybe we'll do this again sometime.